So can we go in a little time machine? We're going to go back in time. We're going to go back to the future, if you will.
That's a great reference.
You have your movie. You wanted a movie. I gave you a movie. Okay. We're going back to...
And our favorite movie that gets talked about the most on the show ever. So
I also have to say, for Valentine's Day, my wife gave me a Doc Brown clock. He's hanging from the clock. So Brandon, I'll have to show you that. It's amazing.
I love it.
Wonderful. Okay, so I'm going to take you back now to high school science class, the heated atoms workshop, right? They gave you a Bunsen burner, a flask of water, and what you did was you took the flask of water, you put it over the fire, the heat, if you will, and the atoms went crazy, bounced it off the walls. And as soon as you took the heat away, they returned to a static state. And I share that story when executives reach out to me about me coming in and doing a keynote, a training program, what have you. And they say, so let's say I'm going to come in for some period of time, and then I'm going to go away. So tell me about what you have in place today to reinforce the work that I'm going to do with your team. And if the answer is we don't have anything, my counsel to them is not only should they not bring me in, don't bring anybody in, because you're going to have the heated atoms experience. You're going to have a team that gets all fired up for a couple of days, and then they're going to go back in the field and going to say, what is that I'm excited to go do? There's no reinforcement. And so some of the work that I get into with clients is developing sales playbooks. And I don't do that unilaterally. I don't sit here in Minneapolis and say, let me tell you how to build your sales organization. I'll host these brain share sessions with their team around a wide array of topics, mine out the information from their team, and then put it in an organized fashion in a playbook and say, okay, now we've determined the right way to sell for your organization. Now let's get everybody following those best practices.
Lee, I'm curious of something just personally. How often do you hear a team, you go through that and you do your analogy and you say, if you don't have something in place to keep this going, don't hire me, but don't hire anybody. How often do you get a CEO or a sales leader that just look at you like a deer in headlights?
Pretty common. And actually, very quickly, the conversation shifts to, tell me about that playbook thing that you do. Because they very quickly recognize that whoever they're going to bring in doesn't have a magic wand. So they're not going to come in, do something for a day, 2 days, 3 days, whatever it is, and boom, you're going to triple your sales results. That's just not going to happen. Not if you don't have a framework in place to get the results that you're looking for.